woman feels comfortable walking down the runway with a bikini, she's allowed to do so. But if a woman wants to walk down the runway fully covered, then there's a problem, you know? And I feel like that problem shouldn't be there. All women should be allowed to express themselves while still being within the lines of their principles or religion or culture and all of that. Hi, my name is Ikran Omar. I'm 22 years old, a model, and I am on a mission to show that a hijabi can be whatever she wants. A hijab to me is not just a piece of clothing on my head, it's my way of life. A hijab really represents you before you even introduce yourself.
1, 2, 3.
The big reveal. In the beginning, I started out blogging. I love writing. I have a website, and there's this one article I wrote about. The article is called "A Letter from Behind the Veil," and I feel like that is what gave me exposure. We live in a world where her body wins, but her voice shrinks. They tell her she doesn't even need to think. Instead, she can manipulate men with her flirty wink. Take off all your clothes, ladies, and you will live the life, they said. I was a bit frustrated when I wrote it, to be honest, because I know a lot of women go through this, so I wanted to reach out to my fellow hijabis and just to let them know that we're all together, we're doing the right thing. Just because someone thinks we're oppressed doesn't mean we really are. We just need to remember why we put this on. It's for our religion, it's for, you know, our way of life, and yeah. You know, when you first say the word modeling, the picture that comes into your head is a half-naked woman walking down the runway. So I guess I wanted to change the whole meaning of the name modeling for it to be more inclusive. So I guess this was my way of following my dreams while still being within the lines of my religion. Oh yeah, how are you? I'm good. What do you think about what I do? What do you think about me modeling, being in the fashion industry? Do you like it? Do you hate it? What is your opinion about it?
First, I was shocked. I never thought you would do modeling because I took you to university. That was it, to study. So one day you came back and said, I want to do modeling. I've seen your clips. So I was shocked. But later I came to accept it, because as long as you're doing modesty, you're doing hijab.
What do other women say about me, like when you talk to your friends? Do you feel comfortable telling them that my daughter is a model?
In the first place, I was about, no, but now I'm proud of you. I know you're doing something good. I'm always with you. Whenever I go with you when you're doing photo shoot. So I know what you're up to. And I was happy when you won this good Nini.
Female Model of the Year at Somali Glamour Award. That my dad was actually there for the event.
My dad went with her. I was away.
She had traveled a bit. And would you have loved to be a model yourself?
No. I will not.
Why? Like, or maybe if you were younger and into, you know, back in the day it was completely different.
Today,
today, if you were young at this age, would you?
Because it's not a bad business. As long as we are modesty, I'm with you.
I feel like the runway is not meant for a specific kind of woman. The runway should be meant for women from all walks of life. I feel like diversity is such a beautiful thing, and just because you wear hijab or not, just because your skin is perfect or not, just because you're plus size or skinny, I feel like all women should be comfortable enough to be part of this industry.
Yes, we are back with Social Fridays. But we'd like to take a short break before we get back with the queen of Hijab, who is in studio with us right now. All right, in a few.
Mindo wanzisha na bado mi umaliza, mindo wakisha na bado mi wazima. Ambia Kenya Power staki stima, zangu jio tamo luwezi zima. Flow ndani ya tamo siezi poa, hizi roots deep sana bana. Hata wale wa shamba wa kushrap kuna venya wezi ngoa. Najipenda sana siezi oa, tufanyi kazi kamewaka, niufanyi kazi misi waka. Si trash lakini bado naitaka, nikipanda stage wanaitana, nikishuka wanajua nimeimoda. Bila suti niko official, mabao nyingi cheki scoreboard, ubao kibao no wonder wanachok jo. Kamewaka sana bana, kamewaka sana bana, kamewaka sana bana, kamewaka sana bana. Ula la la, hira bado nasikia imedoze ban. Kurarana, nasikia nini anda ijata mjatoboa kuvote ban. Mapolitician wametugeuza mashete venye huko kwa street daily wanatupanga. Manguruwe sana wanajikanga, big brother tangu nikuwe mchanga. So mini Isa weni Habib na Manga, Sonya Loka, Villa Rosa, Camp Whiskey na Sinjiski, God MC uliza Shinski. Hey, ni mimi peke Victoria boy design miuza hizi samaki wanadai squeeze mimi ni selfish. Wamesahau nikiwa stage late night nikipiga show, walikuwa pale chini wakipiga ma selfie. Hauko sure shika njefi 50-50 hadi Blakey na bring it back see na move forward. Ambia promoter lete showman, let fees winter mimi ndio snowman. Utakuingia mimi ndio doorman, ambia na bounce wazidi juu mimi ndio niko na doorman. Kamewaka sana bana, kamewaka sana bana, kamewaka sana bana.
With freestyle Social Fridays rather, on Y in the morning. I go by the name of Barry Moses, or It's Barry Mo on social media. And as you just saw on the previous feature, we have Ikran Omar, who's flying Kenya's flag high, and the Somali culture as well. So we have her in studio, and credentials are really outstanding. Just at the age of 22, she's the House of Ideal Brand Ambassador, Somali Glamour Awards Female Model of the Year 2018, a hooper. She's going to be telling us what a hooper is, a writer and a creator and a model. Karibu sana, Ikran.
Thank you so much.
Yes, it's really nice to meet you. After I saw the feature, I was really proud of our Kenyan ladies, especially the ones with the Somalian descent. So karibu sana. If I missed anything, maybe you can say it on camera 4.
You said it perfectly, thank you.
All right. So Ikran, you're only 22 years.
Yes.
So I'm guessing you've been doing this thing for a short while, not for so long. When did you start doing it?
This will be my 3rd year.
This will be your 3rd year?
Yes.
You started in campus?
Yes, exactly.
All right. So you were studying economics in campus, economics and finance, at KU, Kenyatta University. All right. When you joined first year, did you ever imagine you'll be walking the runway?
No, never in a million years. I think in the beginning, you know, I just wanted to study, get my degree, which I did.
As Mama said.
Exactly, that was the goal in the beginning. Alhamdulillah, thank God I got my degree last year, graduated from Kenyatta University with a degree in economics and finance, and I am a CPAK as well. So I was planning to have a future maybe in the audit industry, financial investment, something like that. But then somewhere along the way, I found a passion of mine. I guess I discovered my talent then. And it just started as a hobby, but now I think it will be something bigger.
It will be something bigger because you're getting spotlight on it. All right, so have you dropped one or you're juggling both?
Juggling both.
Juggling both.
Yes.
Are you working
Yes,
currently?
I'm currently working
9 to 5.
9 to 5.
Where do you get the time and the energy to do this, to look this good?
I work 3 days a week, so I have another 3 days to now concentrate on fashion and modeling and all of that.
All right. So when we hear of the hijab, actually from Hollywood movies to just typical Kenyans or ignorant Kenyans, I might say, they relate it to oppression, and they think the women who wear hijabs are not as confident as the ones who show their skin, or they have some ties to religion that won't allow them to express themselves and everything. What do you have to say about this?
There is that stereotype that we're forced to dress like this, which is wrong information. We choose to dress like this. I feel like just because I dress a certain way, it shouldn't stop me from pursuing my dreams and my passions and becoming who I really want to be. And unfortunately, the beauty industry hasn't been inclusive, especially in the past, because like if you want to do runway, you have to do
show some skin.
Exactly. That's what gets people's attention. You know, if I want to be fully covered on the runway, be you know.
Guess what are you doing on the runway?
Exactly. But I am very happy that the beauty industry is becoming a lot more inclusive. If you look at the biggest models currently, there's Halima Aden, who's a hijabi. She's Muslim, she wears hijab. There's Winnie.
Where's she from?
The US.
The US?
Yes,
she's making waves in the US?
Exactly. She's walked the runway for Kanye West, a New York Fashion Week. Now she has like huge endorsements from UNICEF and Emirates. And she is, you know, the next Tyra Banks.
She is the next Tyra Banks. I like the confidence that you have in her. I'd like to know, are these some of the people who inspired you to do what you're doing?
Definitely.
All right.
Seeing a woman
if you could
like
mention
me,
the names again, so we can help the people who didn't know about it, like me.
So Halima Aden has to be my biggest inspiration because she's a woman just like me. So if I see a woman just like me doing what I dreamed of doing and seeing her put everything into action, it proves that I can too. You know?
So Somali Glamour Award, Female Model of the Year. It's highlighted on your profile. It's a big achievement for you. So maybe you can tell us about the experience and how you got to get on this stage.
So the event was organized last year at KICC, October I think, and there was a voting, like a poll, where there were a few, like I think there was more than 10 models, and the people had to vote for their favorite, and that's how I ended up winning that award.
So you are the most popular. You have the beauty and you have the brains as well. I like the yellow dress right there. Just hold on to that. Would you call this a hijab as well?
That is just a dress, but it's very modest. It's covering, you know, people.
I heard your mom use the word modesty like 10 times in very few minutes. Is it something that is preached in the Muslim religion?
A lot, especially as a woman from a young age. Like the minute you hit 10, 11, 12 years old, you're taught to cover yourself, and the beauty of being modest. And as long as whatever you're wearing has full coverage, like your skin is not showing, you're good to go.
All right, so who designed that yellow dress?
A friend of mine called Sukra Sala. She's one of the major designers in Kenya as well.
Sukra Sala, she's all right. Anyway, so maybe you can help us understand. From a young age, you are taught to cover yourself. Yes. What are some of the reasons they give to the ladies?
So I guess to protect the woman, first of all.
Protection is number one.
Protection. And just to earn the respect.
And the respect.
Exactly.
All
because
right. It's all about what you have upstairs.
Exactly. For someone. Exactly. That's my point. For someone to respect you for who you truly are, for your brains, for your creativity, your passion, who you really are as a person, not just what you you wear or, you know, your clothes.
All right, we have a clip on screen. Thank you for the insight. Thank you for the wisdom. I had so much fun shooting this video with Aisha Hazash, tongue twisters for days, especially for a brother from Western like me. Al Muslima magazine. So ladies, I have some tea for you. If you are engaged, planning to get married, or have a sister, cousin, friend who's planning a wedding, these are the people to hit up. So these are some of the deals you got off
through Instagram.
Your success through Instagram. So you get paid for such things.
Yes.
So you're making money off your modeling gigs.
Yes.
All right. What are some of the other ways you make money as a model apart from this particular situation that we see on Instagram? I don't have a name for it.
So one photo shoot, I charge per hour. So we get to do a photo shoot. The designer pays me per hour.
I want to be you in my next life. You charge per hour. All right.
That, and there's runway, although in Kenya at the moment it's not so huge. Like last year I think I only did 3 shows.
Are you choosy with them, with the runway shows that you do?
Yes, because I have to be comfortable in what I wear. Sometimes like when you sign up, that's why I'm a freelancer. I haven't signed up with any agency, because the problem with that is they tend to dictate what you wear. So if they want me to wear something short or something that's that's showing your skin, I would not be comfortable doing that. So as long as the designers or the producers are okay with me covering up myself, I would totally be okay with it.
So this picture right here was the outcome of the shoot that we saw in the video?
No, this is a completely different designer.
Completely different.
Yes.
You have something for wedding dresses, yeah? Are you married?
No, not yet.
All right.
Hopefully in the future.
Hopefully in the future.
But this shoot, the designer is a good friend of mine. We actually went to high school together, and now she has a huge business in the wedding industry. Her dresses, the business has grown so far, and I'm so proud of her, seeing someone I know from a long time ago just start from zero and then grow so big in such a short time, in such a short amount of time, is inspiring.
I like the good hat that you have right there. You like to see people grow. All right, so sometime in the recent past, we saw Nike, the Nike brand, release some athletic wear for the hijabis.
Yes.
Did you see this by chance?
Yes, I saw
How did this make you feel as a person in the struggle for the hijabis?
I've seen they actually endorsed some of the I've forgotten her name, but she is a sports person in the US. She's a hijabi as well. She was in the Olympics, so they endorsed her, and I feel like Nike being producing that made them makes them look a lot more inclusive. Yes, and inclusivity is what we're looking for, because if you include a hijabi, you're appealing to the hijabi market. If you include a woman with black skin,
well.
Yes.
The end of the day, it's business.
If you have a model with black skin, you're appealing to the black skin community. If you have a model who's plus size, you're appealing to that community.
So you're all about inclusivity.
Exactly.
All
I
right.
feel like
So this thing that you're running, this movement that you're running, does it involve including the other people who
yes, definitely.
looked down upon in the modeling industry, or just hijabis?
That's the whole point. To change this whole idea that to be a model you have to be this height, this weight, have perfect skin, be able to show skin. I feel like the industry should include a lot more women. Whether or not you wear hijab, whether or not you're skinny or plus size, whether or not you have perfect skin or not, whether you walk or you're on a wheelchair, I feel like every woman should feel comfortable enough to be part of this industry.
All right. I'm yet to meet a model who has not had an experience of inappropriate behavior by male counterparts in the industry. Are you going to be my first one?
Fortunately, I have not had any experience with...
So you are my first one. You have not had the experience of inappropriate behavior.
Yes, but there's a good friend of mine who's a model. She works with like Vivo Activewear. And there's one time she was doing a newspaper. She was in the newspapers and she was talking about it. And she was saying how male designers or like people in the modeling industry can easily take advantage of models. and you know, they'll manipulate them and tell them, if you don't do certain things for us, we're not giving you any opportunities.
All right. So you picked the best day to come to Y in the morning. Have something for you right here.
Oh, wow.
I come bearing gifts. Thank
you.
So, yeah. This is for you.
Oh, thank you.
You have some peppers inside there. You're going to be picking one at a time.
Okay.
Do you like games?
Yes,
Maybe
I love games. I love games.
All right. So pick one paper first.
Okay, the first one
Yes,
is
just pour it up.
this is the lucky one.
That's the lucky one, I believe.
Okay, let's open this. Maths.
Maths. Yes, that's a good topic of conversation. Did you love maths in school?
Loved it. It was my favorite subject, maths and physics.
Maths and physics.
Yes.
Would you teach maths if you got a chance to?
Yes, I would.
You would go back to school and teach?
Yes, like as a professor, because I feel like education is such an important part of everything.
Education
and,
is an important part of everything.
And
wonderful. Wise words from Ikran right here. All right, even if you want to be a model, education is very, very important.
Whichever career you end up following, education, stay in school, kid. Like if you're in high school and you're trying to become a model, don't say at you, I don't need a degree. You need education to be successful in any field.
You need education and you need information to be successful.
Yes.
I think we'll pick the next paper now. That was the lucky one. I think you're about to be unlucky now.
The next one is drum rolls. Music.
Music. Yes. Have you ever sung before in front of people?
No.
You've never performed as a singer. All right. You've never been a singer.
No, my voice does not allow me.
All right. If you could be a singer, which singer would you be?
I feel like music is a bit of a controversial topic in our community, but there are like for us, I feel like the only issue is the instruments. So there are Muslim musicians, but they don't use instruments. Some of them use beatbox, and it almost sounds exactly the same as using instruments, which is mind blowing. But it's a very touchy topic.
Right. In the spirit of playing Kenyan music, who's your favorite Kenyan artist?
Kenyan at the moment, I would say Sauti Sol.
Sauti Sol.
Yeah.
Always been in Sauti Sol. I'm about to hate you guys now. Anyway, on to our next paper. Sheet of paper.
Yes. We have the next
one. The
one.
deeper we go, the unluckier you become.
We started well, and now it's all going downhill.
All right.
Ooh, dating. Okay, yeah.
Dating. I know mom is watching, but
yes. Mom and dad both.
Both are watching. Are you seeing anyone?
Not really. I think again, a touchy subject in our community. So what usually happens with us, let's say if a guy wants to marry a woman, he will come home. First thing, Muslims, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the information I have. It's very important for the engagement to happen before the dating. So to make sure that the man is not there to waste your time or so you engage the woman fast.
So you cap this vice of people wasting women's time. 3 years doing but
and then it doesn't lead anywhere.
All right.
Yeah. So but before the engagement, the guy can meet with the lady's family, like her dad, her brother, and he can get to know her through them.
Right.
So he doesn't get to
so maybe
meet
you
her
can
fast.
share your dad's contacts, so in case anyway, dating advice you'd give to a 22-year-old like you.
22-year-old, I would say concentrate on you first. Concentrate on being the person you would want to marry. So become a better you. A
lot of wisdom oozing on Freestyle Friday. I never expected advice to come out of a game. Anyway, on to our next paper.
The next one is swimming.
Swimming. Yes, have you ever been a swimmer? before?
Yes, I love swimming. My dad taught me how to swim.
Your dad taught you how to swim?
Yeah, when I was around, I think 6-7 years old. I love swimming, and again, going back to the modest fashion, a lot of women are coming out with swimwear that is
that is the reason I chose that topic, by the way, because I really needed to understand how it goes down.
Swimwear that a Muslim woman would feel comfortable wearing. So it's fully it has full coverage, even for the hair. So maybe just your face and your hands will show. It's not too tight, and it's still very it's good for the water, like you will not be floating the whole time. It's
it doesn't
comfortable
absorb
for you
a lot
to
of
swim
water,
in.
and you still stay streamlined. All right, I think we'll go to the next. We've had enough.
Okay.
How is it?
And I think this
is the last one.
Yes.
Nice.
The last topic is sports.
Sports.
Very interesting.
Yes. Were you sporty back in school?
Yes, I was.
Which games were you playing?
First of all, when I was younger, in like primary school, I used to be a cheerleader. And then after that, I moved to a different school. They didn't have cheerleading. But one day I was playing in the field, and the games teacher saw me like doing like somersaults and
backflips.
Yes.
So you can still do that?
Yes, I can.
Do you still practice?
At the moment,
Not really.
not really. So from school, once the teacher saw me doing that, he started a gymnastics club. Like he called me, and then we did auditions, started a gymnastics class. After that, high school, I was a bit dormant. University, all throughout university, I played basketball.
All right.
Yeah.
So if you were to pick a career in sports, which game would you be playing?
Basketball, definitely.
Basketball,
I
definitely.
love basketball.
You love basketball?
But I love yoga as well. I do yoga every morning for about 40 minutes to keep fit.
All right, yoga is a sport, yeah?
Is it? Is it?
I need some help, please.
It may be just a way of keeping fit, I would say. Yeah.
Yoga is a way of keeping fit.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for holding up in the game, handling the game
well.
We appreciate you so much. So if anybody would like to be part of what you do, your camera is number 4.
Anyone who would like to maybe do a collaboration with me or endorsement or any of that, you can DM me on Instagram at Ikran_Omar_ or my email at ikranomar7@gmail.com. And yeah.
Nice one. Before you go, everybody's asking what a hooper is.
Oh, a basketball player.
All right. Hoops.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Y'all gonna learn today on Social Fridays on Y in the Morning. Thank you very much for coming through. We appreciate you. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you so much for having me.
And I hope you take the trips that you deserve and represent the country and the Somali culture as well.
God willing. God
All right,
willing.
yes,
Thank
it's
you so
about
much for
that
having
time
me.
that we give DJ Khalifa a chance. But you have to request one song as well, a Kenyan song.
I would say this Sauti Sol one where there was the lady in I can't forget the name.
In Asia.
Yes, short and sweet.
All right, so Sauti Sol requested by Ikran herself. VDJ Khalifa is lining that up. Y254 channel on Twitter, Y254_channel on Instagram.